Hi everyone, welcome to the next part of my Let's Play series, focusing on the suburban city tile in SimCity 4. I'll go ahead and load that up. So in the last episode I started a plan for a university, since I'm not actually able to haven't unlocked it yet, so I need to get my education levels up in the meantime. Then I'll be able to build one, but I'm just putting out the streets and everything. Laying them out, I mean, to prepare for that. So this is the area I plan to put it in. So, let's see how my education levels are doing right now. Not too good, but I think they should be improving since I've increased all this funding for my schools. I still haven't... Oh, I have unlocked the university, wow. That is good. I guess I can just start building it then. So I'm using this custom university, which is modular, and has a lot of different buildings you can use. So I will see which one you get different choices for the main building and everything. Not sure which one I'd like to use. I mean, these are all really old looking ones, architecture and everything, but even though this is a brand new, mostly a modern suburb with the building style, doesn't really matter though. I kinda like this one actually, so I'll put that somewhere, I don't know. So I've got the main road outside of the city, or the university. I'd like to put it adjacent to that somehow, somewhere. Maybe right here. Yeah, I think that's a good place for it. I should have unlocked the rest of the buildings, or it should in a few days, in-game days. Right now I can just put paths from that connection right there. If you're in the bottom of the landmarks menu, you can put the brick walking path. Extend some of that. So, so they have double wide paths and single wide ones too. This would almost fit in here, wow. Huh. So close, but I guess I'll use one of the smaller ones then. I'll just extend it straight for a few tiles actually. So you can also use these to intersect it or cross it over a street. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I use a four-way intersection here. Ooh, what is this? Actually, it looks like this would fit perfectly in here, so I'm just gonna see what that looks like. Oh wow, that's really something. I think I'll keep that right there. And that'll be what I have in this area. Now I can use the street intersection pieces. Or not. Let's see, it is a road piece. Well, I can't put that there. It's odd. Maybe it's just to connect to these parking lots, I don't know. Oh, that would work though. You can use the trans label ones at each end. Yeah, okay. Even though that would break the routes through this street. I guess they just become just for show. If I did that, but oh well. Got other routes they can take anyway. Okay. Oh, I want to use another one of those actually. Another crosswalk. Another one here too. Unfortunately, I can't put that there with the same time as at the same time as one of the connector pieces. So it's kind of a problem. Although it doesn't really matter if it's transit enable if it's not going to go anywhere really. So what I could do is what I've done several times already in this series, the trick with the railway and the viaduct piece, where I can just get a draggable end stub or whatever. No, I didn't do that right. What I want to do... Oh, wow, broke the override. Wonderful. Okay. So what I want to do here is... worry about that later, I guess. One of these, and there. I can just drag a street from there and road there. And... I want to put a puzzle piece-based transition here, because that will have transit in it, or it will start the override again. So it won't be broken by that intersection in the middle of it, so... it was right here with the crosswalk. There. Now it looks correct. Oh, and these get trees along them too, that's cool. Let's alternate the directions and see if that makes a difference. I think it does. Yeah. So the streetlights are on opposite sides of each other. Except this one I didn't do that, so I'll have to remake that. There. So you can use... there are versions of this driveway set that have parking on them, so I'll have to put some of those somewhere, I suppose. So I'll just continue putting these here. And some more pathways. I'll worry about that in a while. I'll just put some more buildings of the university, the library. I think that should be close to the main building, but I'd like to put it right here actually. That's not the closest it could be, but oh well. I just wish there was a crosswalk piece over on a road instead of a street, and one that was functional too. I don't know, maybe there is. This is just a standard park pathway set that I'm using, so maybe there's something I can find. I don't know. But for now, I'll just leave it one of these. Let's leave it as a, I don't know, invisible crosswalk of sorts. There should be one painted there or going across it in some other way, but let's pretend there is for now. Maybe I'll figure something out. And continue that. I don't want to use one of those pieces there, because that would break the route of the street, and everyone needs to get to this station here in order to park and ride on the commuter rail line. So I don't want to break that route. Although I already have partially done so over here. I can just drive the other way around, so that's not really a problem. It would be good if I had a parking lot over here and connected it with a walkway to the library. So let me see what I can use. They do have a special parking set somewhere. Yeah, I have their parking lots, I mean. 2x2 lots. Okay. Let me see, how do I want to do this? I have a 3x3 version. This is like... Okay, a complete lot. Parking lot. I still don't like those, how they have it with parking on both sides of the aisleway because it's simply not wide enough in this game. I've mentioned that before, but I don't know. Just more convenient since the tiles are so large that you can just structure it that way. Even though it's not really realistic, but I like this kind of better where there's only one row of parking spaces. So I'll have to, I think they have another one. Yeah, this has that kind of setup. Yeah, that would be good. Okay, so I can put another one of those crosswalk pieces. Just, maybe it would be better if I had it closer to the library. Yeah. And crosswalk here. Of course, that's not providing much parking for the library area, so I'm not sure exactly what else I should do. I could put another row of parking. If I did like that, that could be good because if you only got one, you got two different directions, drive each one-way aisles, and a nice green space between them. So I do like that actually. I can continue this with a crosswalk too, I think. Yeah. And that should be facing that way, I think. Nope, other way. Okay, great. So, the crosswalk should actually go somewhere, I would think. That would be a good idea, of course. So I'd like it to go from the library, somehow get to this station. This railway station. And again, it does seem like that's, I don't know, maybe not a main entrance to the library. It's not the main entrance, but don't know what exactly. It doesn't really matter, I guess. They can still park there and walk to that entrance. Yeah, I don't really know where exactly this crosswalk should lead. I wish I could just end it. Oh, I can actually. Great. Okay. This is what I want to do. There. So now there's only half of the crosswalk, or the pedestrian pathway, that leads to this half of the parking lot, so Sims can walk from their parking, where their cars are parked, and then to the building, so that makes sense. And I don't know what to do with the rest of this green space here. Some sort of park would be good. But of course, I need to kind of blend this with this texture that will appear once I put something next to it. Yeah, so I'll put trees right there, so it doesn't look weird with that street curve there. And I'll just put trees all along there, actually. Nothing wrong with that, really. And I did want to connect these officially to the street. So I can't put another pair of trans-enabled pieces, so I'll need to do the same thing I did earlier, which is to use the railway viaducts. I can get that first. Now I can take care of that one. Now I've got 2 driveway entrances, and I don't want those to keep going, so I'll do that in their T intersections now. And now this side. I'll need to put some on here. Oops. I just realized my audio is coming out of my speakers still, I think. So I might be hearing that. Hopefully you can still hear my voice. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Probably need to change the default audio device again in my settings, because I do have that going through my keyboard. My keyboard's audio jacks that it has on it. But it doesn't really matter much, I guess, because I usually have the sound pretty quiet while making these videos from the game. I mean, that sound is not too loud. Okay. It looks like it should be connected to this. This path should be extended here a little bit, right there. Is that a phone booth or something? Huh. I know what that is. Anyway. Okay, so we've got a nice park area around the university going already. See, more buildings would be good. This thing is good too. The athletic center. That can be at this end. Oh, very nice. As I hoped, there's a connection right where I wanted it to be to this pathway, so that'll be very convenient. And I can yeah, that's the right way to face that. That isn't. I accidentally moved my mouse and turned it the wrong way. I just did it again. There, okay. Now, what is that? Looks like a narrow version of this type of street. It's just a sort of utility entrance or garbage dumpster access or something. I don't know how to, because that wouldn't match perfectly with these streets, but it's good enough, I guess. So I'll connect that somehow with these. Yeah, this could just... well, it's not wide enough, but... it's not wide enough to be a two-way aisle. I guess it'd have to be for this situation, really. Let's pretend it is wide enough. You know, there's only one row of spaces. It'd be nice if they could make use of that additional green space to make the aisle wider. Well, I guess it wasn't designed to be two-way though. Let's see, do we have any little green space fillers? Maybe not. So I'll have to use the default open grass area for this. Yeah, there won't be any trees on that by default, of course. But I can put some there. Yeah, this would be a good place to have parking lots. So I'm going to do what I did for the last one with the two ways and two-way divided aisleway, I guess, parking lot. And just use T intersections to connect that to the existing path. So I'm going to need some of these right here to end it. And there. Spacing the right way. And that is not. Alright, great. So it's kind of a loop sort of setup for the parking lot, I guess. Pretty standard. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it that way. But it could be like this if I didn't. I don't know, maybe I'll do this. Have a loop end here instead of having parking spaces there, since it's kind of narrow anyway. Make that wider for the cars to drive through. And there's another path going here, so I'll need to extend that. And how was my area developing? I think this was not developed in the last episode. I realize I've been just doing university stuff for the entire time so far, but that's gonna be my focus for this next couple of episodes. But anyway, looks like it's filled up pretty nicely. Development. I'll make that historical. Just because I like the look of this. I don't know, this is the way this setup is. The layout of these three buildings. That historical. All of it historical. It's low wealth apartments. That would be good for student housing. The university. Where is the... I don't think they have a 3-tile long piece here. Okay, just use these. And intersect it with this existing path. Oops, I want this to be facing that way. There. Okay. And how about another parking lot loop thing? I know just what I'm going to do with this. This will be one tile shorter than this one. But it will have parking on the end cap, whatever you call it, pieces. With these pieces. There. And let's see. Oops. Really need a hotkey, one of my mouse buttons to bulldozer to mess up, be able to fix it more quickly. Because right now I have zoom, rotate, and rotate active item on my mouse. But, yeah. I do have. I don't have anything set up with the profile for my mouse profile. So my mouse is a 9-button mouse, and I don't have thumb buttons doing anything with this game. But the problem is you can't remap it in the game settings, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. But it's like you can see them somewhere. Maybe I can see them in the manual, but there's no way to change anything. So that's really problematic. Anyway, with thumb buttons, I don't have those set up to. I could make it a hotkey, but I don't think it will work for the thumb buttons with this Logitech profiler I have. It doesn't allow that for these 2 buttons for some reason. I have no idea why it would do that, but it's kind of annoying. I mean, my mouse is a Logitech G5. But anyway, let's extend the pathway some more. Oops. I'm not alternating it. Alternate direction. Oops. Oh, wait, that was right. Okay. So I'm alternating the way they're facing, so these light poles are on the opposite sides of each other. Just because I like the look of that better. Oops. Something happened. Okay. I think that I really like the look of that. Just the way the buildings are laid out, because the library and the main building with most of the classrooms, I guess, and the athletic center are kind of opposite ends of the main plaza. That really makes a lot of sense. That's nice. And you don't have to walk across a major road unless you're going to the library, which is kind of bad, but it is what it is, I guess. So I still have I'm wondering what I should do with this space. I mean, that would fit another one of those, but I don't want 2 of the same building, of course. This is really small. And I guess I could, yeah, it never forced me to have only 1 main building. I mean, I don't even, I don't know if those have to be the main building. They could be this classroom, different buildings, you know. These are all, this is a dormitory. Huh. I haven't used that yet. I've got off-campus housing, which is, yeah, for the students mostly, I guess, focused on student housing, but not part of the campus. That's something they have where I go to college is, there's on-campus housing, and of course there's some nearby apartments focused on the students. That would be this, I suppose. And they do have different dormitories. It's nice. I forgot about that, I guess. These are kind of small. I could repeat them in some pattern. That's on-campus chapel and University Chapel. It is the same building. They look like they're the same size. That's odd. They do look like the same building with different names. Oh, one's functional, the other is eye candy. I see. But anyway, what I wanted to do was probably put another main building. So I have used that one. This I can still use. Uh-huh. Oh, perfect. I think I can actually make all connections with this building. So that's pretty great. Delete that. And yeah, nice. Are those. And a crosswalk. Oops. More driveway pieces. Oops. 1, 2 of those, and another connection right here will complete that. Wow, really nice. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So we've got the academic buildings, classroom buildings, one end of the area. Nice to fill this in with another building. So that does, I mean, there's a main academic building right here, and there's one right here. This was, I don't know, kind of breaks that, what I had going before, unfortunately, with the kind of 3 corners, 4 corners eventually could have been designed. So I don't know if I really like that. I could put it somewhere else. I could put that here, and that would kind of make sense. You've got this and the sports across from it, and that with the library across from it. I think I may do that instead. Just destroy that. Do what I just did, but make something else out of it. Probably not. And yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure where these paths will go. I'll just end this one at the road for now. But well, this is kind of more consistent with that design, even though there's this space right here. I may want to revise that. I know I'm really undoing a lot right now, but it may make more sense if I move this to where this is and exchange them, basically. That's wasting a lot of what I've done, but I want to be the best possible in this way of setting it up, so I should be facing the other way, I think. Okay, that makes sense. Good. Everything looks like it should connect. Okay, so I'll continue this main pathway to the next road. And I want to have a parking lot surrounding the buildings in that area. So I'll do that at some point. For now, I think I'll call this an episode. Call it the end of the episode now. And I know I haven't accomplished a significant area development, but I'd say it's turning out well. It's what I'd like it to be. I'm really focusing on the quality of this university campus. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this and watch the next episode.